I've been having a couple weird days while playing Wanted, going up against clans, losing my best loot, and some other stuff happening. But there's obviously a reason as to why that happens, and it's obviously because of the players themselves. Now, it's part of the game, I know, but it's part of the game to die, part of the game to kill as well. But there is like, a certain boundary within how players act sometimes, because sometimes they can either act normally or sometimes they can just act like actual man child. As you can guess by the title, I am doing exactly what it says. I'm gonna be talking about the worst type of players in Wanted, and if this does well, I will be doing a part 2 on it. That is if I get any good ideas whatsoever. Now, the first one is getting targeters on you once you get someone killed. Now the thing is, I killed someone the other day as a syndicate, and he just started going for me. I mean, the other day when I made a video of, I think, how Wanted became more popular over time. I think in that video, someone, if you couldn't tell, if you didn't watch it, I suggest you go watch it. Somewhere around the middle of the video, I killed some guy and he started getting all mad about it, and I just went incognito mode because, well, I just had to annoy him somehow. But the thing is, some syndicate players, they just can't handle getting killed, and they just stay in the team anyways and then get mad whenever they die again. Now, in some areas, I will kind of understand if you get mad, such as in combat zones, because you can't actually control what's there. But when you're in other robberies like the bank or maybe even the cargo plane itself, that is the place, those are the places you can control. If you can't handle dying to your own team, dying by the hands of your own team, then just become a regular criminal. It doesn't exactly change much. I mean, you won't really get bounties of the syndicate players, which sometimes, if I'm going to be honest, even I don't get the best bounties, but I get a little something from 1000 or 6000, which is a little rare, but it's something sometimes. So there is that. But yeah, if you can't handle dying by your own team, well, just switch teams. Just become a regular criminal. I know it kind of sounds wrong to get friendly fire, but it's a feature apparently. So just get used to it. The next one, which is something I went up against not long ago before recording, and this is the one thing that has annoyed me so much, especially not just in Wanted but in madcity as well. This has been a thing for so long. But if you've seen those tiny type of avatars in Roblox, those are the type of avatars that I'm talking about. It's either the mini ones or the really extremely skinny ones, because if you're ever gonna ask them like why are they doing this, they're gonna say, oh, it's just for my looks, it makes my avatar look better. Yeah, don't lie, we all know that the main reason that they're doing that is mainly so that they can reduce their hitbox. Trust me, that is the only reason that they even make their avatar small in the first place. And there's actually something else which is kind of similar to avatar changes, but I'm saving that for second last. But the worst thing about Wanted being R15 is that people can literally just change like the size of their avatars, and by that it just abuses hitbox in a very weird way. Or maybe it doesn't even change the hitbox at all, but some players may not see it that way. Even I don't think that it doesn't change the hitbox. I think the hitbox does change when they shrink the avatar size or even enlarge it. So I just stick with the regular ones. I just stick with the regular avatar size because, like, why should I bother making myself tiny? That's just cowardly, honestly. It just, if you abuse that, I'm sorry, but get off the game. Now the next one, which has been a very big pain after the police update, as you can guess, are the police themselves. Almost every single server I'm in, the police team, it just slowly keeps going over and over. Like, it slowly grows, and it just gets annoying because then there's more targeters, there's more clans, and then they just wreak havoc more than criminals actually do, which is kind of crazy. Apparently, so this it's just after that police update, the one which I yet again never even decided to check out. Apparently, because of that update, a lot of people have been on the police team nowadays. I think it's so that they can get the P90. But the thing is, the police, they can kind of come in at the really wrong time sometimes, which is why they're kind of like the second last worst of them. Like, they're not that bad, but they're not that great either. Okay, maybe not. Maybe they're just actually that bad when you think about it. Speaking of bad timing, now there is one. thing that I wouldn't say is the worst thing because I feel like it's just a coincidence. But is that so? If you've ever been robbing the jewelry store and you've been just waiting at the wall just for the wall cracker to finish, some random cop or a criminal or a random criminal will just wait. Did I just say criminal twice? I do not know. But a criminal, a syndicate, and a cop, either of those players will come right into the jewelry store at full speed and they will just destroy you for some reason. Well, obviously, for some reason, they want the loot themselves, which understandable, I guess. I mean, I wiped out a whole entire squad just to get the loot inside the jewelry store, so karma, I guess. But some people, they just like to come in at the last second, which is kind of funny. But I think it's just by coincidence, honestly, because it's happened with me as well. I just remember, oh, we have a jewelry store. I'm just gonna go there, rob it, and then I find out that the timer is low, and I just killed whoever was waiting in front of it. I think this only happened like once. I'm not exactly sure. Now, something that I somewhat mentioned before when I was talking about the mini avatars are the avatars blending in with the environment. If you played Mad City before, you may have noticed a lot of players have done this, but mainly because it was very dark whenever it was nighttime. So because of that, then the avatars would blend in very easily. So I think you can guess exactly what I'm talking about. It's like blending avatars. So whenever it's night, they change their avatars to black just to blend in with the background. Like I know it's not against the rules, but it doesn't make you less annoying. I mean, just because something isn't bannable doesn't make it less annoying or I don't know, like less abusable. Like there's some things I wish were bannable in wanted, like the mini avatar stuff. As for the avatars blending in with environment, luckily enough, I have not seen that much. It's a very rare thing to see. So honestly, I'm glad about that, which is why they don't exactly bother me that much. Like I think I've only seen one so far, and or maybe not. Maybe I've seen a couple before, but it's hard to remember because they are just that rare now. Thankfully enough. I mean, just use a regular avatar. You don't. It's look. The whole point of games is to have fun. It's not always about winning or losing. It's just about having fun, and you're just taking the game a little too seriously by changing up your avatar. You know you do not like it at all, but you're just doing it for the sake of winning. So just play normally, you know. And then the last one, which I'm gonna take with a light grain of salt and say the developers definitely nerfed this gun. And if they didn't, then so God help me. But it's people who use P90. I swear to God, I do not know what the developers did with this gun, but this gun has come straight from the depths of hell, arrived in Israel, got paid, I don't know, $2 billion by Benjamin Netanyahu, and then hired by the IDF soldiers. Like that's just how annoying that gun is. Like, let me explain exactly what's wrong with it. So imagine if you're in a shootout against someone, you peek out for one moment, and then you peek and then you just get back to cover. What do you know? Your avatar is down 90%. And the thing is, the P90, it isn't even a heavy weapon. It's a medium weapon. And this gun is so fast, it makes the M60 look like Sonic compared to Flash. I'm actually not joking. That is just how fast the P90 is. And it makes the M60 look, it makes the M60 speed look like nothing. It even makes the M60's damage look like nothing. I mean, at first I thought the M60 and the Barrett were going to be like the main problems, but honestly, I think it's just P90. And I think that's why so many people are going for the police missions, it's so that they can get the P90 on time, which I guess understandable. That gun is really overpowered. I have died to this gun so many times, and it's enough for me to even talk about it. I was so close to even making a solo video on it, but I just got this video idea instead, and I was like, okay, you know what? I'll just go with it. Plus, who knows? Maybe the P90 is going to be nerfed by the time this video gets out. I'll make sure that the update video gets out first. But either way, I mean, it doesn't change the fact that the P90 is or was annoying. That gun is going to be the most annoying thing ever. And honestly, I'm going to be honest about one thing. I really wish that at first the M60, instead of it like being something that you could get from the gun shop, instead maybe it would have been better if it would be something you could claim from airdrops. Like let me explain why. So the M60, it's really powerful, right? But then it just kind of eliminates the whole point of every other gun, like an M4A1, the Scar, the ARX, if that's what it's called, even shotguns itself. Because now those guns are useless. Most people just go for M4A1 or just M60, and even if it's just people with M4A1s, there's just not a lot of people that use it. Most people like to go for the M60, and so do I, which is why I have to admit that it's kind of something that should have been an airdrop gun at first, but I think it's a little too late to change for that, because I feel like if they do it randomly, then the fan base, then the people will not like it at all. So I guess for now, just keep it. Maybe they can figure out something to do with it next time. But that P90 has to go. I'm serious. That P90 has to go. It has to be nerfed so bad that it only does one one damage per bullet. That's it. Just nerf that gun badly. Even if it's nerfed now, just nerf it down harder. Just nerf it down till it just feels like a tickle toy. Wait, that sounds a little wrong.